Hey, it's your buddy Lurks here, back after a bit of a long break. I apologize for going 3 weeks between videos, but I've been really busy lately. First, I went to Midwest Furfest, which I'll talk about in a bit, and then I moved and started a new job. You can probably see from the state of the wall behind me that the house is still being worked on. Hopefully I have my studio up and running in a week or two. Thanks to the Fox for this week's Guitar Challenge, the final episode by Asking Alexandria. This was the first priority guitar challenge for a patron. Yes, if you give me money, you get your guitar challenges right away instead of having to be drawn at random. I also have cool fan club merch on Teespring. Links are in the description. So, MFF 2019. First, let's go back to MFF 2017. It was my first furry convention ever. I roomed with 2 other first-timers, and we stuck together for the most part. It was one of the most incredible experiences of my life, and I've been kind of chasing that magic ever since. I went back to MFF in 2018 with a big group of friends I knew from various Discord servers. They were all super awesome, but they all had some degree of, intimate interest in each other that I didn't share. I felt a little bit left out of the group, and I spent most of the con wandering around by myself in suit. I decided that I probably wasn't going back in 2019, but then I got tipped off about rooms opening up at the Hilton on a certain date. The Hilton is the closest hotel to the convention center besides the main. So I was like, might as well grab a room just in case. So I got a room at the Hilton, and I held on to it in case I decided to go to the con after all. I ended up getting an unexpected paid time off award from work, so I decided to go to the con. At first it looked like Sparky and her husband might go, so I held on to the room for them. They ended up not being able to go, so I found 2 other furs from a YouTuber Telegram chat to room with me. I'd met one of them before at Texas Furry Fiesta, and I really didn't know the other one. So here I broke one of my own furry convention rules. I broke the rule of not going to cons unless you have a group of friends to hang out with. Now, don't get me wrong, my roommates were super cool, but they had a group of their own friends at MFF to hang out with. I realized on Thursday, before the con even started, that I'd probably made a mistake. Like a lot of people in this fandom, I have social anxiety issues, and it's not easy for me to just go out and meet people. My suit was being mailed to me at the hotel, and it hadn't arrived yet, so I couldn't even go suiting to entertain myself. I ended up just sitting in the room all day Thursday and going to the bar by myself that night. On Friday, my suit arrived and the con started. I distracted myself by going to panels and suiting, but it was a really long walk from the hotel to the con, and I didn't really feel like suiting as much as I normally do. I ended up by myself for most of the con, and I spent way too much time and money at the bar. I did meet a few people and hung out with my roommates here and there, but it really wasn't a great time for me overall. The highlight of the con was being involved in the YouTuber panel with Odin Wolf, Corey Coyote, and BioGods. That was an amazing experience, and I'd sincerely like to thank the more popular furry YouTubers for not coming to MFF this year, giving the opportunity for a small channel like myself to be part of the panel. Okay, I'm just kidding there. Now, most of the reasons I didn't really have fun at MFF were my own fault, but I do have one bit of criticism for the con management. They do an amazing job overall, and considering it's the biggest furry con in the world, they're obviously doing a whole lot right. With that said, MFF is one of the most tolerant cons as far as allowing kink and BDSM gear in the con space at all hours of the day and night. I know they have rules, but they're not really enforced. One of my friends was in the reg line last year at 8 a.m. with his 10-year-old daughter, and there was this dude in full latex pup gear with a butt plug tail standing in line. The staff did nothing about it. Listen, MFF, you can't have it both ways. You either need to make the con 18+ or tighten up the rules on when people can be in adult gear. Kids don't need to see that stuff, and a lot of adults like me don't really want to. Alright, so as you probably read in the title of the video, I am not going back to MFF in 2020. Is it because I didn't have a good time? Is it because it looked like a BDSM convention was sharing the same con space? Or is it because my boss at my new job takes that week off every year for a rodeo and we can't be gone at the same time? Actually, it's mostly the last one. Unless they have the con a week earlier at some point in the future, I just can't get that time off of work anymore. Now, I could see myself going back to MFF eventually if I got a room in the main hotel and had a group of friends to hang out with, but it's probably not going to happen anytime soon. Next year, I plan on going to Texas Furry Fiesta, Anthro Week in Utah, Denver, Megaplex, Alamo City Furry Invasion, and Anthro Northwest. In 2021, I'll probably either go back to Furdo or maybe Confuzzled so I can hang out with my friends from other parts of the world. Alright then, enough of me bitching. Here's some video of people wearing cute animal suits at MFF 2019. Have a great week and tune in next time for more fuzziness. Until then, Lurks over and out.
No